Hi, my name is Caydence Coleman. I'm a 16-year-old sophomore at Arlington High School. So starting out, I went to multiple different schools like throughout my lifetime. I started out in a private school when I was in elementary school out in Berkeley, Memphis, and it was a different environment for sure compared to other schools that I've been to since then. It was a lot like strict on the rules. It was more like a smaller school. I think there was only one teacher per grade because there were only so many people that went to the school. I went there from preschool up until first grade, and it wasn't like a whole like big part of my life, but it definitely was significant of like learning certain aspects of school that I wouldn't have learned if I hadn't gone there, because I transferred into public school for the rest of my elementary school. And I had learned a lot of things in my time in private school that we were just now learning in like the third or fourth grade in public school, which was very weird to me because I had been learning it in like kindergarten and first grade, and they're like just now touching on it. And a lot of things that I learned in private school that they never taught in public school, like writing in cursive, which used to be a really big thing that people would teach, and then they just don't anymore. And so I learned it in private school, and they stopped teaching it in public school. So I went around and taught a lot of the public school kids how to write in cursive. So I kind of went out from like, because everyone went to the same elementary school when I was in middle school, and I didn't have that experience because I'd gone like way out. I was in Cordova and they were in East Memphis, and so I didn't know anybody from there, and so it was kind of like getting acclimated into like knowing these people because it was an optional program, and so it was similar to a private school in the sense of like you have to have certain requirements to get in, but also the public school aspect of like the social life and the public school food and whatnot. And so it was kind of getting acclimated into like being around people that I didn't know, trying to like get to know people again, because when I transferred into Macon Hall in second grade, I didn't know anyone there either. And so I kind of jumped around in elementary school and middle school, going into a new area where I didn't know anyone. And the same thing with high school, honestly. I went from Maxine Smith in East Memphis to Arlington High School, which is where I am now. And it was kind of the same experience where I didn't know anyone when I first came here because everyone went to either Arlington or Lakeland Middle, and I didn't. And so it was that same kind of environment of getting acclimated into where you don't know anyone and having to like meet people and like kind of put yourself out there, which I have never been very good at. I feel like I'm a lot more reserved when it comes to like being outspoken to people that I don't know. And so going to this new environment where I had to be more social because Arlington's a much bigger school than the middle school that I went to. And it kind of pushed me really out of my comfort zone of being able to talk to people that I didn't know and kind of meet people that I wouldn't have necessarily introduced myself to in another environment. And so I think it definitely helped me grow a lot as a person moving around schools like that.
My name is Malik Sharif, and I'm a junior at Arlington High School. I met Cadence at a film class last year. She's a really nice person, and she's really admirable the way she has like a lot of ambition, and she really talks a lot, and that's like really good in a person. And yeah, she's just a great friend overall. Coming to different schools is a very hard thing, so like it's just having to adjust to other people and new like circumstances, and like it feels like you're different from everybody else, so it's like it's just harder and you feel like an outcast. So I feel like her being able to like purely adjust to Arlington is really great, and yeah.
But I definitely grew a lot as a person from moving schools like that, because every time I went into a new like clump, I guess, of schools, like elementary, middle, high school, every time I moved into a new one, I was in a new environment with new people that I didn't know, and it helped me a lot with like my social life of being able to put myself out there more and talk to more people that I didn't know, and kind of find the people that are more like opening and welcome to people that they don't know already. And definitely, like, I'm in my sophomore year now, so I've definitely like gone through almost 2 full years of being in this new place, and there are definitely still people that I don't know, and there's still times where I don't really feel like I can go out and introduce myself to someone that I necessarily might want to be friends with. But also, there's definitely still that kind of like disconnect from the rest of the students, because they all did go to middle school and mostly elementary school together. They kind of been with each other throughout the whole like school year or school process or whatever. And so there's definitely always going to be that disconnect of like I can't relate to the things they had in like middle school, because I went to a totally different environment of middle school, a totally different school in general, different like area. And so there's always going to be that like I can't really relate on the same level that they can. But I've definitely found that it gets a lot easier as time goes on.